It's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Hi, hello, how are you? Welcome to AKM channel. My name is Anoop, and today I am going to do an experiment of how to take a picture of a moon. The first thing that I need to tell you is that what are the things that I'm going to use to take this picture. The first thing is that, of course, you need a DSLR camera, mirrorless, crop sensor, full frame, doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that you need to have a lens which is more than 200 mm zoom capacity, because in order to take the picture of the moon you should have a zoom level which is more than 200 mm, so only then it will work out, the way I have it in my mind. So the more if you have a 200, 300, 400, 500, the more the number, the better your options to get your zoom, and you can fill your frame, to complete your frame with a bigger moon. So more you have the number, the more you can get to the moon. So this is the first thing. You need to have a camera with a lens which is more than 200 mm. The second option is, the second accessories that require is a tripod. This is like this one. Okay. So I'm going to use this tripod to keep my camera, because whenever you're taking a long distance photography with high zoom, you cannot hold it in your hand and take a picture, because when you do that, there will be a lot of disturbance. Your hand shake will affect the clarity of your picture. So you definitely require a tripod for this. So this is very important. You should use a tripod. Okay, so I'm using a tripod. And how the using of tripod? So you need to reduce the level of shakes in a tripod. So when you set your camera, you have to tighten all your screws that make sure that it will not move, and also do not use your center extensions, because the more height you take, the more chance of getting vibration on your camera and your picture will get blurred. So use the low level, okay, and keep it this way. So I never ask you to raise your center level up, so it will help you. Okay, so these are the things that you need to have: camera with a lens which is more than 200 mm zoom, and a tripod. And the fourth thing is that you need to go into a location where there is no disturbance of other lights, like the city lights, the car headlights. Of course you are taking a picture during the night, so you need to avoid places where there is traffic, there is street lights. So go to a location which is a little bit dark, so it will reveal it will give you more clear contrast of the sky. Okay, and also the sky must be clear. If it is a cloudy day, you will not get that contrast that you're looking for, because the light from the moons will reflect on the clouds. So if it is a non-cloudy day and the sky is very clear, it is the best day you can take this picture. What are the settings which I will explain to you? I will record the screen of my camera, so that you will get a perfect knowledge of what are the settings that you need to put, like the aperture, ISO, and the shutter speed, and other settings inside the camera that you have to do. So in order to reduce the voice, there are other things that I did in my camera. The first thing is use a remote. You don't want to press the button on the camera, because even that press of a button will give a little bit vibration on the camera or the whole stand, and your picture will get blurry. So you set your camera, connect to a remote, and you can press the remote to take the snaps. Okay, that is the first thing. So unfortunately I don't have a remote here, so I can also use it, since it's a Nikon D5600. I have an option to connect the camera settings to my mobile using a SnapBridge application. So this is also an option. Okay, so here what I'm trying to do is that I'm not going to use a remote, I'm not going to use a SnapBridge, because I'm using this phone to do some recording, so I have no other option. So what I'm trying to do is that the third option, which is using a timer. So I will set my timer in my camera. I will set the frame, composition, everything I will set, and I will put a 5 seconds timer on my camera and press the button and stand away from the camera. I don't want to disturb my camera until I take that picture. So this is the things. And also there is one settings in Nikon that if you go to your settings, and you can see there is an option which is called exposure delay mode. That is exposure delay mode. So what it does is that there will be a slight vibration inside your camera when your camera works to lift the mirror before the shutter goes off. So this option, what it does is that it delays, once the mirror is lifted up, it will delay for a minute of a second, so that even that small vibration of lifting the mirror inside the camera will not affect when the shutter is open. So the shutter will only open after a minute 1 or 2 seconds, I guess, when after lifting the mirror, the camera will get back stable within 2 seconds, and then only the shutter will move, revealing, taking lights into the sensor. So this is also an option that you can do in order to get a better picture. Okay, so now let's go into what are the things I'm going to do in settings. So before I leave my room, I'm going to do the settings in my camera. So I'll go there. I'll just take some few hours. I don't know how much hours it will take. So I'm going to set all my settings in the room. The only thing I need to do outside there is to change the aperture, the shutter speed. The only thing when I go outside, only thing I have to do is to change the shutter speed to get lights in and out of my lens. So let's do it. So here I'm going to set my monitor brightness. I'm going to put it in the lowest level, because when you go outside in dark and when you see the LCD, you will be misguided by the brightness that you see in your LED. So I always ask you, reduce your brightness of your LCD so that you get a clear picture of what you get. So here I have I'm going to set my settings of my aperture, which I'm going to set it to f11, and I'm going to set my shutter speed for 1/80th of a second. So these are the two settings, and I keep my ISO 200 to reduce the noise. So this is my basic settings I have to do. And this settings, you will find that the brightness level indication is showing in minus, and that is exactly that we are looking for here. So these are my settings, and the other settings will be the metering, which I put it in center metering, because I'm putting my moon in the center of the frame, and I'm putting my focus to manual. So this is an important that you need to understand, and I will explain to you how to change the manual settings, manual focus, how it works in the dark night. You can see here, this is my settings, and my camera is set with all what I wanted. Manual focus. So now I'm turning my manual focus to automatic focus in order to show you how to focus in the night when you go outside. So this is how I put it in autofocus, and I focus on the point where I need my focus. For example, when I go outside, it will be the moon. And now once I got my focus, I turned my focus point to manual. And now when you go back to the live view and you zoom in, you can see the focus has been locked in that position, and unless and until you change the position of your camera, it will remain the same. See, the focus is perfect. Also, you can change your focus by turning the focus ring on your lens. So when you zoom, there is a good option when you zoom your LCD, and then you can just turn the ring, focus ring, and you can find the exact spot that the clarity, the focal point you wanted in your picture. I'm waiting for my lunch. I am waiting for my lunch. It's too hot. Oh my god, I think it's 40-45 degree outside, and I'm sweating like hell. It's too humid today, so I don't think I can take a photo of today's most probably tomorrow. I don't think. Oh my god. I have a small baby. Okay, my camera is set on the tripod.
Hey, model, combinati.
Okay, now I'm on my way, and I wanted to find a location where it's outside the city and very less lights around me. And you can see how humid it is outside on my glasses here. I'm not able to see a thing. So what I'm doing today is that I'm going to find a location where I can set my camera and come back again tomorrow, because tomorrow also we have a full moon. Unfortunately, I missed the chance to take a picture today, because I don't want to take my camera outside in this humid conditions, because I'm afraid that humidity will get inside my camera, and I have to clean it. So let me find a suitable location where I can set my camera so that I can come back tomorrow. You can see there is the moon is above me. It's on the same line of the street lights, and I'm following the moon here. Okay, I think I found a spot here. Okay, day 2, and here I am going to take some pictures. And it's a little bit creepy out here, because there is nobody out here, and I'm a little bit afraid, and I don't trust to be alone, because there might be thieves and put me in great danger. So always try to get some friends to accompany you in a trip like this, so even if there is any kind of danger, you can seek help. It's a little bit creepy out here, and I don't feel good to stay for a longer time, because I cannot see what's happening around me, if there is any kind of animals or any snakes, since it's desert. So here is my camera settings. I'm taking some pictures. I did my manual focusing and everything, so I'm taking some pictures here. Okay, so this is the picture I got. So let me change some settings in my shutter speeds, and let me try to take some pictures. Welcome back to my screen here. Right now I'm going to show you what are the edits I have done to the what are the results of my experiment, and here it is. I'm pretty happy with some of the pictures I got, because some of the first pictures I've taken has come totally blurred because of the humid coverings. Okay, here is a picture I taken a couple of days back. It's a kind of experience. So here you can see the moon has the moon is completely bright. It's not because of the exposure settings that I have done,
exposure settings is good, ISO's level is good, everything is good. But the thing is that I have a light layer of humidity on my lens, which given me a blurred image. The total mood has become pure white, a round white. So now I changed the cleaned my lens surface, taken a couple of pictures, and I'm getting good results. And here is one of my picture which which I like. It's getting good. Like I changed the settings, you can see my aperture level and shutter speed on the right here. So these are the settings for this picture, and I have changed a couple of the exposure, the contrast, some clarity. I did not had any noise in my picture because the ISO was in 200, so I didn't care about the noise, and I got a very good results. Like a 70% successful, I think. But experience is always by practice, and I will keep on practicing. And only if I had a zoom lens which is more than 300, I could have got a more better image, and that is very costly for me because the telephoto lens will cost me more than 150,000 rupees. So I'm not going for that now. So thank you for watching my channel and video, and if you like my experiment and if you think that this will help you in some way, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell button so that in future whenever I upload a video you will get a notification.
It's hard to breathe, but that's alright.